What is the new burden that Ghanaians must once again stomach?
The energy sector.
In the hope that something that was not created by the people will be solved, which never do. I mean, there's history to this whole energy sector debt. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell me that it was out of a blue that we accumulated such so-called debts. When the e-levy was introduced, again, it was not you who was doing that. It was the call of the Ghanaian people. You saw opportunity and you rode on it and joined the Ghanaian people to bring the obnoxious e-levy, which is a criminal tax.
We have a party that classify themselves as New Patriotic Party, but there's nothing patriotic about it.
One Ghana cedis levy, something that you are downplaying its effects on the pockets of the ordinary Ghanaian to make it look like, oh, we were buying petrol at 20. Now, if it's 12 and the government says that gives them 1 CD, why are you complaining? We were complaining from 20 and it has gotten to 12. It is still not easy and okay for us. If we get it at 5, we will like it. Because in this same world, in this same Africa, there are other countries who are getting it lower.
Welcome to the Warrior Kings podcast. This is the best patriotic podcast in the world. Here we talk about as political and patriotic. And as always, we have a lot to talk about today. Today, I have my intelligent brother, intelligent and patriotic, a young politician, Comrade S.A. Hammond.
Mr. President.
I have my learned brother here. We are here to talk patriotism. And maybe I need to state clearly that here we are not partisan. We are not here for any partisan or bigot political party anywhere, anywhere, any place. We're here for Mother Ghana. We serve Mother Ghana. So let's get it straight. Here is an emancipated platform. So let's not beat about the bush. We go straight to the topic. So my brother, welcome again.
Thank you.
We have serious issues to talk about. And the first issue here is about the false republic again. In fact, the false republic is at it again. False republic, I mean the Fourth Republic. See, we fought e-levy. Ghanaians fought e-levy. Everybody disagreed when the erstwhile government wanted to implement or pass the e-levy. We didn't agree, and thankfully, they went out. Now, even the current government lambasted the e-levy. They didn't agree. Now we have a new government, the President John Mahama's government, NDC, and now they have, today, 9th June, they have implemented the 1 CD per 1 liter levy on fuel. That they're going to use it to pay legacy debt and all, and to energy sector bills. To stop, if they don't get that money, we won't have a constant electric power for the country. We will suffer what was known as the Dumsor again. And Ghanaians who would bear this suffering, that every liter you buy, you pay 1 CD. So you buy 30 liters, you pay what? 30 CDs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, the government is going to keep this money to actually make the energy sector better, right? But we know the false republic, that they will say it's sweet, in the sweetest language, in the sweetest promises. Either you agree or not, they will pass it. And would they actually use the money for what they intend or they are telling us to use it for? That is the problem. And the law has been passed. According to the law today, the Ghana Revenue Authority, in fact, I have a news article here that they will start charging the 1 Ghana cedi per 1 liter levy on June 9th. My brother, Yani Blebiemo, Ghana, the Fourth Republic, they will disagree on another platform and come together on another. See?
You see, once again, let me greet our cherished brothers and sisters who have been with us ever since we started this podcast. And I must say that I'm always honored to be invited to share my opinions and thoughts about how our republic is being managed. And it's always an honor to be here. So thank you for having me. We've been on the Fourth Republic. It's like a roller coaster that never ends.
In fact, their issues never end. They come up with new tricks all the time.
The Fourth Republic.
They say one thing and do the other.
Is
all
like,
the time.
It's like the sea, the ocean, the way the waves
cascade, right?
Keep on going and going and going. Look, I do not think in the history of this country, from the First Republic to now, there has been a republic with a cupboard full of skeletons that can break any society like the Fourth Republic. It's like it never ends. Now, what are we talking about? What is the new burden that Ghanaians must once again stomach?
The energy sector.
In the hope that something that was not created by the people will be solved, which never do. I mean, there's history to this whole energy sector debt. You understand? Mm-hmm. You cannot tell me that it was out of a blue that we accumulated such so-called debts. There's history to it.
Yeah.
And I will tell you for a fact that there will be Attorney General reports, Controller, what do you call it?
Controller and Accountant General.
Yes. Controller General's accounts. There will be Shraj reports that specifically call on criminality done, which have been shelved and not touched, not worked on. And for what reason? Because then I always say the Fourth Republic, they understand that they have to appear as if they are at war with each other, but deep down, whatever they do, they agree with each other, and they are just waiting to have their turn.
Power sharing.
And have their fill. Power sharing. Because why would you impose 1 cedi, okay, on every liter? But nobody fills their vehicle or automobile with a liter. You understand?
Yeah.
Whilst you, the same person, you were at arms, portraying to the Ghanaian people that you love them and you will not let them be overburdened. When the e-levy was introduced, again, it was not you who was doing that. It was the call of the Ghanaian people. You saw opportunity and you rode on it and joined the Ghanaian people to bring the obnoxious e-levy, which is a criminal tax. No matter what revenue you think that it generates, if you look at it in economic sense alone, it's a criminal tax. Brought from 1.5 to 1%. The 1%, if I'm sending 100 cedis transaction, I'm paying 1 cedi. Is that not the case? Mm-hmm. Now, the levy introduced by the so-called democratic socialist government, who is looking for the total good of everybody.
Supposedly.
Supposedly.
When you say it like that, you're saying that's the
Of course, that if you see what they have written in their constitution, that's what
we have a party that classify themselves as no patriotic party, but there's nothing patriotic about it. So it's what they supposedly say they are, that they are democratic party.
I agree.
So, yeah.
I agree. But then back to my point. You are charging 1 CD on a liter. I mean, if you go to the pumps right now and you have 120 cities, or let's say 130 cities, depending on which station you are using, you could get probably 120. Sorry, you should get about 10 liters, right? So the 100 cities that I was paying 1 Ghana tax, that's then you found it obnoxious. Now my 120 cities, you are taking 12 cities.
Yeah.
Or let's say my 100 cities,
Yeah.
you are taking 10 cities. So the MPP was taxing the Ghanaian people 100 cities to 1 cedi. The NDC government has introduced 100 cedi to 10 cedi bill.
Yeah.
And they quickly say that, oh, you guys were buying petrol at 20 cedis, 18 cedis, 17 cedis, and you were not complaining. Who told you we were not complaining? If you were not complaining, would Ghanaians have voted for you in such manner and quantum? Why are they? You see, the Fourth Republic has a way of blatant disrespect whenever Ghanaians give them power.
Yes.
As soon as they are voted into power, they start behaving as if it is not the same Ghanaians who voted out the Akufo-Addo government.
It is the fraud appeal. You see, when a fraudster comes to you with a fraudulent scheme, right, and gets your attention, no matter what he does, he can never change that fraudulent scheme into a real one. He has to continue with the fraudulent scheme to the end.
Now,
you see,
to wait that, you have intentionally organized your communique on this levy as a 1 cedi.
1 letter.
1 Ghana cedis levy, something that you are downplaying its effects on the pockets of the ordinary Ghanaian to make it look like, oh, we were buying petrol at 20. Now, if it's 12 and the government says that gives them 1 cedi, why are you complaining? We were complaining from 20 and it has gotten to 12. It is still not easy and okay for us. If we get it at 5, we will like it. Because in this same world, in this same Africa, there are other countries who are getting it lower. Why is it that the Ghanaian cannot be given a breathing space to, as it were, gather some capital or resources and grow? Anytime there's a form of easiness in the Ghanaian life, the government want to bring some tax.
It is highly obvious that
and take money from the people.
The Fourth Republic doesn't serve the people.
It doesn't, and create an illusion that is going to pay a certain debt. What debt are we talking about?
It does
Look,
not serve
Mr. President,
no
this levy is looking for, I think, 5.2 or 5.5 billion thereabout. It cannot pay the so-called debt over there. It still cannot pay it.
Yes.
It still cannot even pay
10%
or 20%.
Yes.
And the major problem, I was listening to my senior brother Benjamin Sia, an energy analyst today, and he was saying that, look, the major issue is not even about paying that debt. I mean, we can say that we are Ghanaians. We do not have problem giving our money to a cause that we believe in. But the major issue is that the problem that brought the debts has not even been tackled yet.
Yes.
It's not talked about.
Yes.
The same problem still persists.
Yes.
So what are they trying to tell us?
Yes.
That hey, are we slaves in this country?
And there's no plan as to how they are going to use those proceeds.
No, I mean, why is the Ghanaian treated like
no,
a slave in his own country, and he's not giving breathing space?
No sentiment from our government.
No sympathy for the people whatsoever. They downplay it. They downplay it to make it look like we are not talking about one city.
The people who implemented this law or levy, they don't pay.
They don't pay none of that.
They don't pay.
These guys are getting coupons, coupons here and there.
Yes.
And you see, that is the painful part. Ghana as a state takes good care of public officials so that they could work for the benefit of the people. When they get there, it's not enough. It's not enough.
It's a scheme.
It's not enough to have 1,000 Ghana cedis petrol coupon. You have to take all the petrol. Charlie, you see, you do this
kilometer allowance.
You keep on doing this, and you intentionally act as if you are surprised if the people are gradually drifting from this so-called democracy. You know what you are doing. You are the cause of it.
How can the people believe in?
You understand? How can the people believe in such things?
In a false republic.
And you see, the interesting thing about the false republic and the duopoly politics is the same thing. It's just different colors bringing out the same strategies.
Yes.
And the same kind of game plan.
To attack the same
now,
people.
my conundrum stems from the people ready to accept the hardship if it's coming from a certain quarters, and only challenge it when it's coming from a certain quarters. Because when you look at what is happening, the commentary surrounding this levy, then you see that all of a sudden, the MPP that believed in e-levy is fighting it.
Yes.
They even boycotted parliament.
And
the NDC that was fighting the e-levy, all of a sudden, they are and I'm talking about the members. So I'm not talking about the what Afinyo Markin will call the political class. Those people, they are the same. Whether you boycotted it or not is neither here or there. You want it to happen. They are part of it. But I'm talking about the ordinary Ghanaian. You do not receive fuel coupons, and you do not have any other means but your own work. The state is not giving you
no subsidy,
any form of subsidy or whatsoever. Why are you happy? Is it because you were buying it at 20, so now if you're buying it at 13, you think it's good? Yes, I mean, nominally, it's good.
As calm as it's calm.
From 20 to 12 is good. But that is not where we must stay. We can move to 5. We can move to 8. We can move to 10. It is possible.
We deserve it.
We deserve it. It is possible. If you are not creating your own debt and taking money from us to be doing this, would we have to part with not one cedi, but sizable amount of money for the state to do this work? No, it is out of your own negligence. Then they come out and say that people do not pay electricity bill. Ghana, they bring some weird statistics that about 70% of the people have done illegal connection. Hey, our Ghana, just say they try to put it on the people that it is the people who have caused this debt. That,
even if
they make such nonsense arguments. Who allowed it? That is why we have an organization. What is ECG doing? We are paying people good money to be there. We have a government. We have the energy sector. We have a
to manage.
God have mercy. This Fourth Republic. I mean, when you talk about the Fourth Republic, it only gets you animated.
Yeah.
But you see, you must calm down, because the people will always know the truth, and the truth should set themselves free. Because you see, if NDC knows that this their 1 cedi per liter levy will be fiercely fought by the same people who voted them into power, they would have thought, and probably they would have pegged it at 5 pesos to introduce something like this. But they know that there is a group of people who will be long suffering on their behalf, who will think that, oh, baby,
it's a scam.
That is not how you boom mine because problem na nkasa no debt no get the debt ne buy no mon chrem ways and means am be solve no eno no nyem mo dadwene mo dia say the bia into debt and ochene bi na say BBS na petrol akọ 25 cedis na say 1 cedi we asan ba be kan now auto petrol 26 cedis and is it a case that under this government no petrol be cut 12 cedi ho and I be 10 cedi is that the case oh yeah there no adwen china oh yeah there no adwen china nya say tisi ya tisi ntini 1 cedi de nya sika bia 1 cedi nya sika no bia of filling the vehicle any 100 liters 100 cedis na original no hey wako bra ko ye o running na ko nya kakra no o to ade aban say or jim God have
but say be yeah I'm the best solve problems now.
The Fourth Republic political class now for your market can almost like they really do not care for their own people because I are more the year, you know. And yes, CPP for penny bet you, maybe CPP ni. Yes, CPP for penny bet you.
And yes, unica anti untia.
They be unica crown or bet you no more. Unica crown or bet you no more. Because we fat trotro. We fat Uber. We fat taxi. We fat Okada.
Yeah, so
oh, that's the thing. I bet 12 cedis was or Chinebi. That's a petrol 25 cedis. That's a circle boys. Na Jackie up. Says you see a barrier to a friend saying circle 20 cedis. Where's my go chrome?
It's a cycle.
Oh, NDC ni na budget no. Where's my go chrome?
It's a cycle that.
Ah, they are more you know. Any just say any baby. They do not have any pity for the people. But the same people no. I am more budget almost. NDC for one say come tackle on more. Mo NDC for na mo buy na ban mo na san ka mo tackle mo. You think that every 20 and about 12 so no. Are then free 12 or so 5. Is it not possible? Hey, they said we should expect the worst. That is the Fourth Republic on default.
No benefits.
They be no expect the worst. Mo hon chire mo sa. Oh, come on. Come on. Nya dey sir. Every time mo dey pass e bo anaju dey suom. And so most uncle for Korea and I must say a year saying gold board billions of hard currency about mine. What for me go to here?
And I need here anya popular and they say more majority no.
More full majority. Say Ghana for before which was right. I the pamo then another don't come about my government. I the more majority. And I'm more abusing
more abusing.
A total abuse and betrayal of the people's mandate to them.
Yes.
A total abuse.
Yes.
Hey, nti Kesley I took force in the share the constituency for him and I say omunya 100 cedis ekota dia say 10 liters obeso jimu 10 cedi. Enya dia say 10 cedi like
so most unions are China.
I'm strike.
I'm strike. They are protesting. What they are here.
They should protest. Everybody should protest. Anyway, esanko biya protesting nanka quickly. I'm go back to parliament. I go say okay. Ode ya na kan wan si dia twa asan obi cry ode mo ma 30 pesos. Na mo san kire sena omo be solve problem any omo amabo kan egu ho no then omo ye omo nkan san se mo nyina nkire yo ye se ye jato atom so se Ghana de agisa ade anche
benefits now as the public officials no munya article 71
holders
no omunya no omo teso kakra anka betimi solve most of the
problem. Person omo sabe ka omo bibia o monument ni de bi o.
Omo dear no.
And so omo mpo.
Omo dear. They want more.
They want more and more and more. They bia omo da so bia na mo taxi ni.
Problem ne ba omo no sacrifice for.
Afenyo marking freedom fighter. Anke ye taxi yen. Na nka wakọ tina parliament nim. No wa yesa o chakra na o ti hona na o ye. No wa ye 6 days na Ghana phone sa na you be kan ho. Enu so ne on demonstrate ye enye ho hwe. Hano.
Offer living no parliament say Levy.
And then say of force no.
Cheze.
That's of force no because I find man before 11 so.
And our jet
wajia
time no wa bam no for
11 so into of force 11 so.
Sisia on for energy sector living or friend 11.
Of force
which means he knew that Levy was notorious.
A criminal. Yeah, he knows. Of course he knows on force no or friend Levy. I don't know who used Levy their friend. He knows that it was but they still did it. And that is what I say that for the Republic, they have no pity or whatsoever for the Ghanaian people. So the Ghanaian people should not also pity them. Mama mu to me sa de biana mu di to me mo de biana mu di to me mo amu
our colonial neo-colonial status is so obvious in their hands. You see, they can't even hide it. What they are saying.
The Levy has come to stay.
They
must start say charge.
They've passed it.
Nothing to say hey.
And they have no means of compromise.
The pushback
for the people.
The pushback is for me is minimal, and I think say it's stemming from say price about from substantively you know.
Say almost no
I'm a pushback no I very minimal, but my arguments and they say petrol price it does not stay at one point. It's not pegged. You understand? It's a my cost.
Yeah.
Into a cost could do 19 years. Now one city number account only 20.
Yes.
And I cost be do 15 years. Now one city number account only 16.
Yes.
Come on. And also what debt and also what that's what this so-called levy will any debt na she. O de opa she. The John Dramani Mahama Jenana Opoko Ajima government will end. This levy, this debt, will even have increased. Opa, 4 years from now. Name Bonnet in Quina. John Dramani Mahama Nana Opoko Ajima. Omubi Omame Boya. Yako fasa same episode.
Fourth Republic.
Debt no ebekosro.
John Dramani government no by increase Ghana debt. Now just obetuabi.
Just energy sector debt no ebekosro. Denti omo di esika no me say ebekosro.
Onye tuario no abetua Ghana debt.
Energy sector debt now omo di sika ho sisi.
Till they take deals, wrong deals.
Ebekosro. Nta na mo yes.
It's a farce and a false republic we're living under. Let's go to another farce or comedy from the Fourth Republic.